Good morning, everyone. My name is Balakrishnan. I am the founder and director of B3 IoT Technologies Private Limited, Trivandrum, Kerala. Today, I am going to demonstrate how an IoT sensor is connected and deployed into the AWS Cloud server and get its sensor data into a Dynamo DB table in the AWS and simultaneously dynamically display a graph on a website URL using this live data. Okay, let us go to the AWS console. AWS Management Console. Here, in today's session, we will use three services of AWS. One is the IoT core, where we create and manage our IoT sensor, and the Dynamo DB service, where we use a table into which the IoT core and sensor data is displayed. And the third service we use it from AWS is an S3 bucket, where a static website is hosted so that the data from Dynamo DB table is displayed on a Chart.js widget. Chart.js is a JavaScript widget commonly available. It is a free package which we can use to display the graph. Okay, let us go to the IoT core screen. This is the main IoT AWS IoT screen. We start with the manage things screen. Well, here we have two sensors already created and deployed. These sensors are actually configured. Well, in the screen, you can create a new thing. The thing means, in AWS, the thing means the sensor, the hardware. Okay. If you want to create a new sensor, deployment, you start with the create. All right. Create a single thing. You can create multiple group of things or create a single thing, one device. Here we will have to give a name, a unique name for the device. And you can have a group, for example, some sensors in one group, some sensors in another group. So we can create a group also. And then these are optional attributes, and then we create the thing. Okay. First, what I am going to do is I will go back to the things screen, and I will demonstrate the whole cycles, how a sensor is powered up, how the data is sent to the Dynamo DB table, and how it is displayed on a website. Then we will come back to the screen and start demonstrating the screen features. All right. Okay, I will go to the screen. I want to show you a device. Well, I think you can see this. This is the sensor device I use. All right. This is a Node MCU IoT device with the white PC. This one. This one. This is a DS222 temperature humidity sensor. This one. Okay. Yeah. And I am going to power it using this battery. Okay, you see there is a battery in the back. Battery. Okay. All right. I will power it later and show you. Let it be here. So that is the sensor. Then I go back again to the display screen. The AWT sensor. Okay. Now we will go back to the Dynamo DB table. Yes. Okay. The Dynamo DB table, there's one table I have created called B3 IoT sensor. This is a table already created with the two columns, ID, a string, and a timestamp, a number column. See the data inside this table? Okay, see. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. I have used this in yesterday's demonstration, and one I have some 18, 19. This row I have created just now for testing. All right, just see the data. I have created a table with the ID and timestamp, and this payload column is automatically created from the MQTT message received from our IoT sensor. And in the payload, we have a value called date type. It's a string value with the timestamp, and the humidity numeric value and the temperature numeric value. See, all these rows are here. This is the filled data. Okay, let us go back to the display screen. Now, I am displaying the graph screen. See, we have seen 6 data rows in the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 19 I have just created for testing, and this part is the humidity. Okay, see the URL B3 IoT dashboard .s3, that is AWS S3 bucket, website US2. This is given by AWS, all this string. Okay, this URL is created when we create the website inside AWS. Okay, this is a URL where this data is published. This is the chart.js package, chart.js. Okay, we have here an HTML file and a chart.js widget where we display the data. All right, let us go back to the Dynamo table again, Dynamo DB table again, just for live. I am going to show you the Dynamo DB table again. Yes. Let us delete these 3, 4. Okay, these 4 data rows from the table. See, now we have only 2 rows, 2 values. All right. Let us go back to our display. I am refreshing it. See, I have only 2 values. See, only 2 values. Okay. Now what I am going to do is, I am going to power up this device. Okay. See it. Yes. Yeah. See, I have power up the sensor device, and after a few seconds, it will start sending data. It is going to connect to the local Wi-Fi. Okay. Start it again. The battery pack is here, and the device is here. I think that's a slow network. This is the sensor device. Okay. We will go back to the table. Oh, yeah, it started sending data now. See, this sensor sends a set of data every 30 seconds. Okay, how it is sending? It is sending the sensor data, temperature and humidity, as MQTT messages. Let us go back to the table and see whether the data is received there. Okay, We will go back to our Dynamo DB table. See, there are 2 rows. Look, now we have 2 more rows. And okay, 19. See, these 2 rows are just created. I am refreshing again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every 30 seconds it will send a new data. I am refreshing it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, there are 5 data now. Let us go back to the screen, website screen, and see. Okay. Chrome. Look, we refresh. We'll have to refresh the website. Excellent. See, now we have 1 data here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 data points. This is the last data point. See, 19th, 11th. 12. Yeah, current, latest data. Now the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 data here also. Okay. Let us wait some while and refresh the page again. So that because this sensor data automatically sends the data to the AWS. I am refreshing this. See, now more data we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th data, and additional data also has come. See, this is how dynamically this device sends MQTT based messages and extract it at AWS, insert it in the Dynamo DB table, and from that Dynamo DB table, automatically a web page is refreshed. All this is, processed automatically. We need not to do anything. All right. So this is a presentation demonstration. Now we will go back to our AWS console and see how it is. These things are connected and created. Okay. Let me go back to. I'm switching it off. The sensor. I'm leaving it here. All right. Let's go back to the screen. AWS screen. Dynamic DB. Okay, I'm refreshing. See, now we have more data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Let us go back to the IoT thing. All right. As I have explained in the beginning, we start with creating an IoT thing, then a table, then a website. We go to IoT core. Here, in manage screen, go to things. We have 2 IoT sensors here. Okay, how we proceed creating a new? This screen I have already shown you. This you have to create a new thing like this. Then let us explore the existing sensor. Okay. Each thing, when you create a thing, first you have to go to secure and create a policy. There is a policy here. Actually, the policy is a JSON file where we create hello and IoT colon star resource asterisk star like this. This means this is actually a security option to allow access to the resources. That is this where there are very different sensors. Then to the current user or the current IAM user, what is allowed? Here we are allowing access to all resources and all actions like reading, writing, updating, everything. Okay, that is a policy. Now, what I want to tell you is, you go to how you create an IoT sensor in the AWS IoT core interface. You start with creating a thing. You give a name. Set it a group type. All right. After that, you will have to create a policy and attach a policy to this. All right. Then that is a policy. You'll have to create a policy. I have a policy here, and you'll have to attach the policy to the sensor. Next thing is create a certificate. That is for security. All right. An existing certificate. Sorry. Okay. You create a certificate like this for each one. Okay. Create certificate, and there are PM files for all certificates provided by Amazon. You'll have to download this file, this file, this file, and the root CA. Okay. Once you download it, you will get the 4 PM files, security files. Let me go back. Then the certificates, once you created, you will have to attach that certificate to the thing. And also, you remember we have downloaded the certificate files. Okay, that downloaded certificate files, you have to convert it into a .dar version, that is the digital form of the certificates, and we will have to upload those certificate files to the thing device. That means in our case, into the Node MCU device, we will have to upload. All right. Then, okay, these steps concludes the creation of a thing. That means you create a thing, you create a policy, and to act for the user to access the thing, that is some kind of security, and then again you create certificates for the actual communication and connection establishment from AWS to our thing, the Node MCU. All right. These certificates are created and the certificates files are downloaded, and it is converted to the digital format .dar file, and all these files we will have to store into the Node MCU. Okay, I will explain you how we are storing these security certificate files to the Node MCU space. All right. Then, and also next step is to get the MQTT message string from the thing to the Dynamo DB table. For that, we will have to create a rule. Okay, what is a rule? Let us see a rule. Just see. What is a rule do? Select asterisk timestamp as TS from my/out of. This my/out topic is the MQTT publish topic. We'll have to, for each thing, for publish and subscribe, that's a topic. This is for sending data from the sensor to the AWS. So this select string, when we create a rule, it is for collecting MQTT string from the IoT sensor and convert it to a JSON file and insert it into the Dynamo DB table. Yeah, we have a table. I think I have shown you a Dynamo DB table called B3 IoT sensor with 2 columns and another payload column automatically created. So, and also you set, while creating a rule, we set that split message into multiple columns of Dynamo DB. This also we will have to set. When we set like this, the MQTT message string received from our IoT thing, that is a sensor, is converted into different values as a string and inserted into the Dynamo DB table. That is the rule. So we created rule. Okay, let's go back. Once you create a thing, you will have to create a policy and attach. You will have to create certificate and download the files, and also create a rule to make the IoT sensor insert data to our Dynamo DB table. Okay, that's the things here in the things. We go back to the Dynamo DB table again. So, Dynamo DB table. Okay. See the table, IoT sensor table, items. This is the string. See, these rows are inserted in the Dynamo DB table because we have created a rule in the IoT core interface. That rule is the thing that collects the MQTT server message and convert it to this format and insert to the payload screen. From this payload screen, it goes to the website. All right. What is left? Okay. This is the dynamic, the Dynamo DB table with the ID, timestamp, and all that. First, you will have to create the table for you. Here we have a table. Okay. Now we go back to the heading AWS and go to the S3 bucket. This is the interface we create the websites. Okay. In the bucket, I have already created a bucket called V3 IoT dashboard. Let us open it. Okay. See its properties. This bucket V3 IoT dashboard created in the AWS Cloud is to store a static website. There are many options: versioning, server access, logging, object. This is not in the scope of our discussion. We create a static website. See, in this static website, the URL will be like this. See, yes, website. Okay, this one. This is the website we are accessing, and this is the startup document. We have an index HTML as startup document, and we set it as bucket hosting. Okay. This is a simple website. Then let's go to the overview again. Okay, and then into the website you have to you have to write an index HTML file. That's the container file for the web page we have seen already, and graph database. Okay, chart.js package called refresh.js. These two files we not upload from your computer. You collect it and upload. So it's already uploaded. See, these two files are the one which creates the websites. Let us go back to the content again. So we need to use three services in the AWS. That is IoT Core, where we create a thing that is for interfacing our hardware, sensor hardware. Once you create the thing, what we do, we create a policy, that is a security policy. What are the resources it is a user can access like that. And we create a certificate for the thing. Once we create the certificates, download all the certificates to our computer. Okay, local format. Convert it to the digital format. .df file, I'll explain it. And then, if we want the messaging to go to the Dynamo DB, we create a rule. In the rule, we explain the rule so that when an MQTT message is received from the IoT thing, it is automatically inserted in the Dynamo DB table as we specify. Okay. Then the third service, the S3 bucket, that is the website. That is for the website. Okay, for live graph display. We create a website and we upload two files: the index HTML container file and the refresh.js file for the chart.js package. Once we create it, we can display the live data. Okay, let us go back again. We have 5 more minutes left, and I will demonstrate the steps. Webinar. I'm going to show you a document. Okay. This. Okay. Well, this is a hardware. Okay, this is the IoT sensor, BST22 IoT sensor. We connect it to the Node MC and all that. And I will explain again what you do. The steps are: create a thing in AWS. Create a single thing, give it a name, create certificate, download certificates. Originally, the certificate will have a extension PM key and all that. Then what you do, we create a policy and attach to the thing. Okay, we get a resource name then. Okay, then we create a rule. Our MQTT topic name was my/out topic. So we create a rule, select asterisk timestamp as TS from my topic. I think I explained this, why we need a rule to convert the MQTT message to a row into the our Dynamo DB table. So this is a rule creates data rows into the Dynamo DB table. Okay, this is the hardware and the code snippet. All right. For establishing this, we need an Amazon Cloud Service account, and as I told you, you need a thing, generate certificate and download. You need a create policy, convert to the .dir file formats. All right. Okay. Once we create a certificate, it is actually in the PM format. Okay. Then that we will have to convert to the binary encoding format. For storing it into the Node MCU space. Actually, for converting, we need a tool called OpenSSL. We will download the OpenSSL and install it in Linux. We can download OpenSSL for Linux and Windows or anything according to your computer. Then these are the commands you will have to use. Okay. OpenSSL X509. This is the certificate name we have downloaded. See, the 1234561. This is actually I have renamed it because of security reason, and you convert it to .dir extension C3dir. Then the RSA file also you convert. Root C also convert. These three files you will create. Then downloaded the converter files are to be stored in the Node MCU SPIS file system. How we are loading, for example, from AWS server, we are downloading the certificate files and converting to the digital format, that is DER file. Then we can use a software tool to copy this certificate file to the SPIS file system of the Node MCU. So we will not disturb the code area. We will copy it to the SPI file system, okay, flat file system. This is how it is done. So when it is when the Node MCU is started, it will try to establish connection with the AWS server by reading the certificate files from this SPIS file area and communicate with the AWS server using the endpoint. You will get an endpoint also of AWS. Then it will establish connection and send the data. Okay. Okay, friends, I conclude this session today. I hope I could demonstrate the system within the limited time. Again, I am repeating. First you create the hardware, that is a IoT sensor using Node MCU and a sensor. Write the program for that to send MQTT messages to AWS server and log into AWS server and create a thing, create a policy and attach the policy to the thing, create certificate for it, download all the certificates, convert it into digital format, and these files you will have to store back to the SPI file system of the Node MCU. Clear. Then you create a rule so that the rule converts the MQTT received messages and as rows into the Dynamo DB table. Okay. Go to the Dynamo DB table and create a table with the 2 columns and then complete that session. The rule will automatically insert the records to that. Okay. Then you open the S3 service, S3 website service of AWS server, and create a bucket, give it a name, and select the static website option from the properties, and set the starting file called as index.html and upload 2 files, index.html and refresh.js from your computer to the bucket local website. You will get a URL and that's all. Okay, thank you very much.